Okay, good morning children. So in your previous classes, we started with a topic called integers. Integers, what do you mean by integers? Integers is a set of all negative and positive number along with 0. And I also taught you some basic rules of integers, that is plus into plus is plus, minus into minus is plus into minus is minus, and minus into plus is also minus. So based on these rules, we did some sums, some word problems and some sums. Now we will move on to the next topic of the same chapter, that is properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Okay. So as everyone knows, the basic operation of mathematics are, there are 4 basic operations of mathematics. So what are those? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the basic operations. So all the basic operation will have certain properties. Okay, see in previous class I taught you about the properties for these 4 basic operations. For addition there was a closure property, commutative property, associative property and additive inverse, right? So these were the properties of addition. The same way some properties were there for subtraction, some properties were there for multiplication, the same properties, but whichever is true for addition and multiplication, subtraction, so you have to take only those properties as properties for that operation. The same way in properties of addition and subtraction of integers, I am talking here only about the integers. Integers are set of all positive and negative numbers along with 0. Okay. So here there are 5 properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So we will study about the 5 property one by one, and then we will start with the sum with these properties. Okay. So the first property is closure property of addition. So as I am writing, I want you to write it in your book, and the sums also which I do it on the board, you have to do the same thing in your book, and then I will give you some homework, even that also you have to do it in the same book. Closure property of addition. It's a very simple property. Closure property of addition is nothing but when you add any 2 numbers, the result, the answer what you get is always an integer. Okay. When you are adding any two numbers, you naturally get a number only as an answer, right? So when you are getting any number, any integer as an answer, that means it is a closure property of addition. So this is, for example, 7 plus 4 is 11, right? You get the answer as 11. Any 2 number when added, you get an integer. So closure property of addition is nothing but when you are adding any 2 number, the result is an integer. So this is the first property of addition and subtraction of integer. The second property is the same property with subtraction. Closure property of subtraction. Okay. This is also the same way. When you subtract any 2 numbers, 5 minus 3 is, the answer is 2. You get the answer as an integer. So when you are subtracting any 2 numbers, you get the answer as integer. If I do it in the other way, 3 minus 5 is equal to, I showed you how to do the sum. If you have an ulta, write it in a vertical way, minus 5 plus 3, right? 5 is having minus, bring the minus down, minus into plus is minus, 5 minus 3 is 2. So the answer is again minus 2. Minus 2 is also an integer, right? So when I subtract any 2 numbers, you get the answer in integer. So this is what is the closure property of subtraction. Okay. Now we will move on to the third property, commutative property. Third property, commutative property. Okay, see now this commutative property, this is property only for addition. For subtraction it is not true. Okay, so commutative property of addition it is. So now what do you mean by commutative property? When I give you any two numbers, say for example 6 plus 3, the answer what you get is 9, right? Now what I do is I interchange the numbers. I write this first, 3 plus 6 is also 9. The result is same, right? So whenever I interchange the number, the result if it is same, then this particular property is true only for addition. This is true for addition. So commutative property is true for addition. Now try doing with multiplication. Okay, now let me take the same example. 6 minus 3 is 3, right? 6 minus 3. Now I interchange the number. 3 minus 6. You can't do it this way. So what you do? Put it in a vertical way. Minus 6 plus 3 minus plus into minus minus 6 minus 3 is minus 3. So here you get the answer as minus 3. So when you are interchanging the number, you don't get the same number, right? Same integer. You don't get the same integer. So when you are not getting the same integer, that means this particular property, that is commutative property, is not true for multiplication. So commutative property is not true for subtraction. So we have learned the three properties. Closure property of addition, when you are adding two numbers you get an integer. Closure property of multiplication, when you are subtracting two numbers you get an integer. The third property is commutative property, but commutative property is true only for addition. When you are interchanging the numbers, the result is same. That is true only for addition. It is not true for subtraction. Now we will go to the next property, that is associative property. The fourth property is associative property. Okay, now we will see this associative property, whether it is true for addition and whether it is true for subtraction. So associative property is nothing but when I give you some equation, when I am giving you some equation with 3 or 4 numbers and putting some numbers under bracket. So as in your BODMAS rule, the number which is inside the brackets, you have to solve those first, right? So, so what you do is, see, for example, if I give you some 3 numbers with addition only, okay? 3 plus 6 plus 4, and I put this 2 numbers under bracket. So when I am putting these 2 numbers under bracket, what happens? I have to solve these first. So this is nothing but 3 plus 10, the answer is 13, right? Now what I do is I interchange the bracket. 3 plus 6, I put this under bracket, plus 4. Again 3 plus 9 is, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 4 is nothing but 13. So in addition, if at all you change the bracket, the result is same. That means associative property is true for addition. I will repeat, associative property is true for addition. Associative property is interchanging the bracket. So associative property is true for addition. Now let us see whether it is true for subtraction. Let me do with the same example. Example 3 minus 6 minus 4. I put this under bracket. Okay. So this is nothing but 3 minus 6 minus 4 is 2. Answer is 1. What I do is now I interchange the bracket. So 3 minus 6 minus 4. Now I have to solve these first. So minus 6 plus 3 minus into plus is minus 3. 6 minus 3 is minus 3. So minus 3 minus 4. Now write it again in a vertical way. Minus 4 minus 3 greater number 4 minus sign down, minus into minus is plus. When you add it you get 7. So the answer is minus 7. See, the answers are different, right? Here you are getting the answer as 1 and here you are getting the answer as minus 7. So that means the associative property is not true for subtraction. Associative property not true for subtraction. So these were the four properties of additions and subtraction of integers. Now we will move on to the last property, that is additive inverse. The last property is the fifth property, additive identity. Additive identity. What do you mean by additive identity? Any number, any integer, sorry not number, any integer when it is added or subtracted, you get the same result. So which is that integer when you add it or subtract it, you get the same number. See, for example, when I give you 3, which is that number, when you add it you get the answer as 3 itself. Okay, see, there is a certain one integer which you add it to that number, the result is same, that is 0. Right? So that means this 0 is having additive identity. That means when you are adding or subtracting this 0 with any number, the result will be the same number. Okay? Now when I do it for subtraction also, 3 minus 0 is also 3. Right? So that means 0 when added or subtracted with any number, you get the answer as same. So, since we will write it in this way, since 0 when added or subtracted gives same result, hence 0 is having additive identity. That means the 0 wherever you add or subtract you get the same answer. So these were the 5 properties of addition and subtraction of integers. First property was closure property of addition. When two numbers are added, answer is an integer. Closure property of subtraction, when two numbers are subtracted, answer is an integer. Then the third property was commutative property. When you interchange the number, the result will be same, but it is true only for addition. In subtraction it is not true. Then you have associative property. Associative property is nothing but when you interchange the bracket, the result is same. It is true only for addition, not for subtraction. And the last property was additive identity. 0 is the additive identity, since when you add or subtract 0 with any number, the answer will be the same number. So these were five properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Now in the next class we will start with the exercise. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the exercise 1.2. Okay. The first main, write down the pair of integers write down the pairs of integers whose first one is sum is -7. So now sum, what do you mean by sum? Sum is nothing but add. When you are adding two numbers, you get -7. Minus means -7 means the number the number which is higher, biggest, no, that will be having minus sign, because when the answer should be -7, the number which you are putting, the two numbers which you are taking, in that the bigger number should be having minus sign. So this is nothing but dash plus dash should give you -7. So you have to take the number, biggest number, okay, and then when you add it with any smaller number, you should get -7. So which is that two numbers. So here minus into plus is minus, right? So which is that two numbers, when you subtract you get 7. That is naturally 10 minus 3, right? So this is nothing but 10 plus 3. So when you do the addition, but when you apply the rule of integer, you get the answer as -7. The second one, the difference is -10. Difference is -10. Okay. So difference is nothing but it is subtraction. So dash minus dash gives you -10. So any big number which is having minus sign, minus into minus is plus, okay, which is the two numbers, when you add it, that gives you 10. That means you can take 5 plus 5 also you can take, but when you are taking -5 you will get -10. See, -5 minus into minus plus 10, or you can take -7 and -3 also when you do when you subtract it, but when you add it with the rule of integer you get -10. So we'll take -5, the answer is -10. Okay. The third one, the sum is 0. Sum is 0. When you are taking two numbers, added two numbers, you should get the result as 0. So what you have to do is, you take any two numbers, same number, but one number will be minus, one number will be plus. So for example, I will take 1, okay. So -1 plus 1 is 0. You can take 2 also. So here it will be -2 plus 2 is 0. 3 if you are taking, -3 plus 3 is 0. So any two number, but one should be having negative value and one should be having positive value. When you add it, and by applying the rule of integer, you have to do subtraction, the answer would be 0. Okay. The next exercise, the next main, This is the third main. The second main I will give you homework. Third main, in a quiz, a team scored minus 40, 10 and 0 and team B scored 10, 0 and minus 40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Yes. Due to which is that property, when you are adding it, the result is the same, that is commutative property. When you add the number in any order, the result will be same. So now first we will write the summary of the statement sum. Team A scored, what are the marks points they have scored? They have scored minus 40, 10, 0, right? Now team B, what they have scored? Team B scored 10, 0, minus 40. Now first what we will do is, we will find the total score of team A. So total score of team A. So minus 40 plus 10 plus 0. Now do this, minus 40 plus 10 minus plus into minus, subtract 30. 30 minus 0 is 30 only. So the answer is minus 30. Okay. Now take the total score of team B. Total score of team B. They have scored 10 plus 0 plus of minus 40. First we will open the bracket. 10 plus 0 minus 40. 10 plus 0, 10. 10 minus 40 is again minus 30. Put it in a vertical way. You get the answer as minus 30. Now both the teams scored have scored the same score. Both will write the statement like this. Both teams scored same score. Same score. This was the answer for the first part. The second part. Can we say we can add integers in any order? Yes, we can add integers in any order. Okay, so this was the answer for your third main. Now we will move on to the fourth main. Fourth main is very simple. It is just fill in the blanks. You have to fill with the correct numbers. Fill in the blanks. Okay, the first one. Minus 5 plus of minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus dash. See, now they have given two numbers. Both the numbers they have given it as equals. That means whatever numbers are there on your left side, the same number should be there on your right side. So here you have minus 5, minus 8. They have given minus 8, but minus 5 is not there. So the answer will be minus 5. That's it. Okay. The second one. Minus 53 plus dash gives you minus 53. Which is that number? When you add to that number gives the same number. It is 0, right? 0 is having which identity? Additive identity. So the answer will be 0. Third one, 17 plus dash gives you 0. See, you have to subtract the same number. When you are subtracting the same number only, you get the answer as 0. So, but if you put only 17, then here you have addition. So, when you add 17 plus 17, it is naturally 34. But if one is positive, the other same number will be negative number. So, here the number will be minus 17. Okay. Next. Fourth one, 13 plus minus 12 plus dash. The answer is 13 plus minus 12 plus of minus 7. Simple one, 13 you have, minus 12 you have. Here you have minus 7, you don't have minus 7, so the answer will be minus 7. The last one, minus 4 plus bracket 15 plus of minus 3 is equal to minus 4 plus 15 plus dash. 4 minus 4 you have 15 here, we have minus 3 here, but no minus 3. So the answer will be minus 3. So these were some of the sum based on the property of addition and subtraction of integers. Now in the next class, I will start with the multiplication of integers. Multiplication of positive and negative integers, multiplication of two positive integers, multiplication of two negative integers. So these topics I will be covering for you in the next class. I will give you some sums based on these for homework. You do it and send it across to me. Thank you.